Right, it's update time. Give you an idea of what's going on. We knew last time this whirlpool was going away. This is what we're working with now, and this is going to be, there'll be little changes inside here, but this is going to be kind of the working product for the large whirlpool at the end. As you see the coaster here, still the same starting point. It's going to go in a circle around the outskirts of the larger whirlpool area, and then it's going to dive underneath here, come out this way. And I'm not going to sit here and make you guys wait for it, but it just does a quick turn through here, comes back around, and in here it's going to accelerate and shoot out from this whirlpool. My plan is to have the majority of the design. I know Adam had requested to see this before the theming, but I had to have some sort of reference, an idea to build this segment and what I was going to do here. So I'm going to have it jump out of here. It'll be sort of loops and turns and stuff around the rocks and in this area, in this general area, and then I'll have it come back in here, and most of this track that's in here swirling around will be deleted, and then it's just going to do a bunch of back and forth spins, loops, and everything as though it's getting pulled into the whirlpool and eventually get sucked down through the whirlpool. And then after it goes down underground, it'll come back up and eventually connect back to the station. I don't know that I want to do too much underground with it. I just don't have that as an idea in my head right now, so we'll see as I develop the rest of the coaster if something comes to me that I want to do underground. I thought this in my head initially was going to be like almost a completely underground coaster idea, and then I kind of gave up on that idea and just was like, let's just build the whirlpool into a crater and work it that way. So that's that. The rest of the land you see here getting developed back here. I put this coaster in because it fit kind of perfectly and has a great theming that I kind of want to match this area. That this already has this tower castle thing here. So basically what I'm going to put in this area is going to be a steampunk area. There's another ride that's really, really fantastic that's going to go back here as well. So you get a quick glimpse at it. I'll probably try and give you more details of that later. Maybe I'll do a much longer overview of the whole park. This coaster itself is about a minute long ride, so it's not that big or that intense, but it's a really cool flying coaster and has a lot of kind of steampunk typologies built into it. And then the other ride that's going to go back here it's just an insane Spider-Man Transformer-esque 3D animatronic mixture ride. And it's also very steampunk-esque. So that'll get built back into there somewhere. And then we'll connect the two areas. So I'll probably take this path here into steampunk land. I might also connect it down here with the other side of the path right before you go into the fairyland and start going up there. Maybe connect the paths back here somewhere. And I don't know how I'll bridge it here, whether I'll bridge it here or not. We'll see. But then ultimately it's going to connect into somewhere in this section. Is possible I'll have it connect from back here into the pirate land. Just because the theming kind of merges with the steampunk airship and pirate ship and stuff. You can kind of merge into pirates and pirate ships and whatever. But ultimately I'm going to have the main walkway entrance to the pirate area probably somewhere in here. And then when you get off the sky ride, if you take it from the fairyland over here, this is where you'll get off and you would enter the pirate land. Something like this. I'm not saying this is how it's all going to stay by no means. I haven't really done anything here to develop it. I just wanted to put this as your main little cave entrance, and then the actual start of a pirate land here, which this is all a prefabricated build that I got offline from the workshop, and this is a fantastic and super, super fun little ride. Basically, it looks like a little water raft ride, but it's actually an interactive ride. He built all the theming and gave really good guides to how to build the paths and the entrances to it, because I guess there's no way you can really build the paths and entrances into your build for a lot of these, so you have to, I don't know, it's kind of strange to me. Because it's a lot of work to follow their instructions to build out the path. But he did a good job instructing, and I did the best I could to follow it and learn how to use the game to build the paths the way he has, because it's freaking tricky to do. But it's a really awesome interactive ride. What you do, you sit in the little raft, and it's kind of like Men in Black or Toy Story, where you have the little gun and you shoot at all the little things and you get a score. That's exactly how this works. So when you ride it, you can actually shoot at the targets and you get a score at the end. My score is pretty terrible compared to the high score. I think people actually went through and memorized the entirety of the track to get the scores they did, because they just have insane scores. Anyhow, he also built in this little area here. Again, very, very tricky to get it to work, because he built the shops into the building, but I had to build the pathing, and like, it's super tricky to get the paths to do what you want in this game. It's borderline, it's a nightmare to get the paths to actually do what you want in areas like this. Anyhow, I added the paths out here on the tables, and it's got a bathroom here. So it's a pretty cool little area at the end of basically the ride, because this is where you're going to come out of the ride at the very end. That path there comes from the exit, and they can walk over to the shops if they want. Anyhow, I'm going to build more pirate themed stuff all throughout here, and ultimately this area is going to connect up to where my coaster will be. I have a pirate themed skin, I guess, to go over the roller coaster entrance here. So that'll go on that, and that'll be the whirlpool coaster. And that's our update for now. Alright, we'll catch up with you soon. I'll try and show you as much of a build as I can before I start laying down too much more theming, because I know that's Adam's request. But you kind of have to mix the two together at some point. I think this was the main frame that I had to do to know where I was going to go here before I put it in, because I was a little restricted with that. The rest I'm going to be kind of doing more freeform, so I'll probably build the rest of the coaster out first before I do too much more theming. So I'll give you a heads up and give you some video on that. Alright, thanks for checking it out, and we'll have a lot more soon.